my name is Shamita Deshmukh, and in today's video I'm going to be stamping all of my books, almost all of my books in my collection. I got this custom stamp. Sorry. Yeah, so I'll be stamping. I don't know if you can see, but I'll talk through the books. The first book that I'm stamping is I, Robot by Isaac Asimov. I've read Foundation, 2-3 books of Foundation by Isaac Asimov, and I really liked it. And these copies sell for pretty cheap in India, so I got it. It's a bit light, but you can make it out. So pretty. Then Steve Jobs by Walter Isaacson. I've been meaning to read this for the longest time, but it's such a big book, you know, and I don't know, I just need a good solid chunk of time to read this. There, this is better. Emma by Jane Austen. Anya Taylor-Joy was in the film adaptation, and a lot of Clueless was based on this, and a Bollywood movie called Aisha was based on Clueless, so that's why I'm excited to read this. Next we have How to Read a Book, Ironical, the one I've been reading. Just stamp the first page. Yeah, this book actually taught me a lot. I otherwise would not have known. The Psychology of Money, another classic book. I've read this till page number 85, and has it taught me that much? No, not really, because I've read Rich Dad Poor Dad, and this also talks about the mindset a lot more. Or I don't know, maybe it's too early to say. Now this book, A Mind for Numbers, is a book I would definitely recommend to everyone. Such a good book. I bought this back in 2017 when I was in grade 12, and this is such a good book. Like, it helped me so much. I mean, it didn't help me that much because I failed thrice in university, but it still did help me, because you need to apply these principles actually. Thinking Fast and Slow, another tough book. I haven't read it yet. I want to read it. My cousin keeps on my cousin keeps on saying how much she wants to read it, and that inspires me to pick it up, but it's a tough one. And plus I annotate. Plus I annotate as I read, so. Okay, next pile. Robert Louis Stevenson, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I bought this second hand. That won't stop me from stamping it because now it's a part of my collection. Oh. I heard that this book talks about multiple personality disorder, so I am very interested to read it. John Didion Played as a Lace. Wow, what a book, a classic for me. I love this book. I'll read it. Definitely not for everyone because it talks about abortion and depression and stuff like that, so I would not recommend it to everyone, but if you can take it, then read it. Please read it. Such a good book. I devoured it in a single sitting in one day. The Female Persuasion by Walter. A hefty book. I have not started it. I will start it. See, the only reason I'm keeping all these books in my collection is because I want to read them one day. Otherwise I would just get rid of them. But I really do want to read these books. Clean. Shalimar the Clown by Salman Rushdie. The attack on Salman Rushdie broke my heart. Like, I was so heartbroken when I heard of the attack. 11, like, what was his fault? He just wrote a book, and that to fiction. He said that he didn't want to hurt anyone, he didn't mean anything against that, and for that a fatwa was issued against him. Can't believe it. Shalimar the Clown. But Salman Rushdie, as much as I like him, I haven't really finished any of his books completely. Yep, I haven't. I've gone like 100 pages each into. I've started Haram and the Sea of Stories, Midnight's Children, the Satanic Verses, and Shalimar the Clown, and I have not finished any one of these. Next, this is the 4-Hour Work Week. Nothing much to say here. Read it if you want, it's a good book. Next pile. Breakfast at Tiffany's. Look at this copy. Isn't it cute? I got it second hand online from Bookish Santa. Such a cute copy. I will keep these books with me forever. The Communist Manifesto. Am I a communist? Watch more of my videos to find out. Beloved by Toni Morrison. So this book was, I had a photo of me like this on my Tinder bio, and I got so many DMs from people like, oh, I bet you have a good smile beneath that book, and I'm like, what? Why are you hiding your smile and all that? At this point, I'm just babbling. Sorry if this video is boring, I'll add some nice music. This is Beloved. Oh, the Theory of Relativity. Oh look, I made this sticker set for my Kindle. I like just got a random bunch of stickers from various sources, removed the background of them and added them together on Canva. Not the most ethical way to do it, but I'm poor. Okay, the Theory of Relativity. This book is so good, except that this edition contains typos. Other than that, I love this book. I like reading about physics, even though like physics is not my strongest suit. Oh wow, this turned out so well. Look. Then on the same note, A Brief History of Time. What a book. I haven't read it. I will read it. And there's no, okay, there's a blanket. Also, this is so big. Oh, Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I also have Notes from Underground by Dostoevsky, and I'm reading that. I read like 150 pages of this, and then I lost where I was. This is drying up. No. Okay, next stack. Let's do this one. The Mahabharata. I have the Ramayana also, but it's in a different room. In India, growing up, everyone knows the story of Mahabharata and Ramayana. It's like common knowledge. But I wanted to read it so that I could know the story fully and understand it better. It's a big one, but I will read it in this lifetime. Wow, this turned out so good. Look. Okay, this stamp was custom made. It was designed by me and refined by my friend. Yatish Tries on YouTube. Check him out. This book is Start With Why, Simon Sinek. What can I say? I haven't read most of these books. Next, The Odyssey. I just want to sit down right now and read this, but I have a video to shoot. Okay, The Odyssey. I also have the Iliad. The Iliad comes first. The Iliad is somewhere in this pile. You're smelling, Erica. Next, I have Ian McKellen Black Dogs. This is such a good book, and it's a short one, and the font is big, and I finished it. I devoured it. It's a good book. I enjoyed it. Black Dogs. Black Dogs in this book serves as an omen, like foreshadowing of something bad will happen, and it's more closely related to the protagonist's in-laws, and how one of his in-laws, like when he was on a hike with with his father-in-law, he had a foreshadowing of some black dogs, and those black dogs were really big and like monstrous, and a whole town was like scared by them. Next, we have Frederick the Great by Nancy Mitford. Oh, this already has an X-lip brace. Look. I'll just stamp. Can I stamp over here? Can I? I'll just stamp over here. Okay. I bought this book because of a YouTuber called Emma Angeline, or Sarcastic Fish. She raves and raves about Nancy Mitford, so I was like, okay, like, is it available in my country? And like, it was, so I was like, okay, I'll buy it. That did not turn out good. Nancy Mitford writes biographies, and her biographies are like, from what I've heard, I haven't read it, her biographies are like gossips. It's like indulging in gossip. Next, I have Neither Here Nor There, Travels in Europe by Bill Bryson. Next pile. So I got this book, The Divine Comedy, Volume 3 Paradise, somewhere. And I didn't have Volume 1 or Volume 2. I straight up bought Volume 3. So now I'm backtracking, and I bought Volume 1. And Volume 3 is like, it's this big. Volume 1 is this big. I'll show it to you. I have it. Wow, I stamped it upside down. Sherlock Holmes: The Complete Novels and Stories, Volume 1. My aunt gave this to me as a gift, and there's no place. Where do I stamp? My aunt gave this to me as a gift. Oh, I've already. Never mind. Neat. Aroma One Zone by Virginia Woolf. I've read this. Fascinating book. Basically, it's in the synopsis, so I'm not giving anything away. She argues that if Shakespeare had been a woman, what would have been, like, would his works still have been that popular if he would have been a woman? Some food for thought. This turned out beautifully. Next, The Picture of Dorian Gray. I have still yet to get to it, and honestly, just going through all my books is making me want to sit down right now and read all of them. Not all of them, but like, you get to my point. Wow. Next, we have The Waves by Virginia Woolf. This is a copy I spent too much money on. No, not too much, but according to the size, it was expensive on Amazon. And it's not even a pretty copy. Like, what is this? It's just a bed sheet. Honestly, vintage classics, I expected more. I expected better. I deserve better. Next pile. Norwegian Wood by Murakami. This is the Murakami book that I have not been able to complete till now. I've completed Dance 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 and Kafka on the Shore. And currently I'm reading 1Q84. But 1Q84 is hefty. But I don't know why I haven't been able to finish this one. I just started and then I'm not able to finish it. But Dance 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 is such a good book. I highly recommend it. Like, even although the ending is a bit open-ended, I still recommend it. Like, the journey, so good. I saw TikTok recommending that book and I was like, okay, I'll read it. Next is Baumgartner's Bombay by Anita Desai. My aunt said Anita Desai is really good. I bought her on a whim. I did not know about her. But yeah, I'll read it. Also, I'll show you the cover of this. It's so good. There are like black cats on the cover. What more could you ask for? Look. Next, we have the short stories Ernest Hemingway, and again a gift. But I'll stamp it because it's my gift. Ikigai. It also has an ex libris area. Might as well stamp that. Okay, doubled one. It turned out good. Like it fit in the ex libris box. Ikigai is a good book, practical book. Gives you a lot of wisdom. Oh, the book I talked about, The Algebra of Infinite Justice. Arundhati Roy. so far I'm liking it. Like Arundhati Roy, I don't know why she gets so much criticism. Yes, she can be a bit like bold and assertive, but don't we need bold and assertive authors in this generation? In this, like, not generation, in this, at this time, don't we need bold and assertive authors, especially female ones? Next, emotional intelligence. When I was studying this book, I annotated it. Like, I really did annotate it. Look.